you can mix, that means you can mix the new DSMC3 family with the old DSMC2, DSMC1, Epic. You can mix in the same project. It will still work. You don't have to install new software. It's backward compatible. So the stability of the file that the software can always use, not like if the file is too old, you cannot use it anymore. It's one of the strengths. Okay. So the other thing about the DSMC3 and the Komodos, right, is that all of them use the same menu system. So if you use this, the user interface and the control panel is 100% the same as the bigger one. The only difference is this one's got built-in anti-filter. So, and for this camera, it's also the same. So it's easier when you switch camera, even though it's different model, it's going to be the same button, same place to change ISO, same place to change shutter speed, or you want to change shutter angle, it's all at the same place. So you don't need to learn again. Yeah. Okay, whereas there's one function that is new, we call it the camera to cloud. So this one is getting very popular, meaning that if I shoot inside the studio and the camera connect to Wi-Fi, after I press stop, the files goes to Adobe Frame.io cloud, it goes into the cloud. And maybe someone in Cebu can start editing on the proxy. You don't have to copy, it just goes onto the internet on its own when you turn on over here. So this is one of the new function. The service is by Adobe called Frame.io. Yeah, so you just have to provide Wi-Fi from here to just go up to the cloud. So this is one of the new service they want to do for like film here but edit at another place. Real time, yeah. Okay, so one of the interesting stuff. Of course, the camera has 12G SDI out. So this has two 12G. This has three 12G and one 3G. Yeah, more on that later. Okay, so very quickly. Okay, so Komodo that you see over here, right? This is the more entry level. Yeah, 6K Super 35 only. 6K Super 35 only. Global shutter, so very good for both the action, crash cam, because it's good for moving. The only thing is that the high speed is not so much. This one, 6K 40 frames per second. So not so much high speed. This one is more for V-Cam, crash camera, like put in the car, you crash. Like this is the camera to go to. Because the price is low, but not so much high speed. Not so much high speed. Okay. For most of the film production, right? Most of film production, we will recommend production house, rental house, you get Raptor VD. Raptor VD means Vista Vision. So, which is this one over here. So Raptor VD is our flagship model. So it's a Vista Vision sensor inside, so full frame sensor. So you can switch from 8K full frame, you can switch to 6K Super 35. You can switch. Right. And of course the highlight is the sensor. The sensor is very high dynamic range and the ISO is very good, very little noise. And also high speed, of course high speed. So at full frame, it can do 120 frames. At Super 35, it can do 160 frames. Super 16, it can do 600 frames. So if you throttle down, it will do more frames. So it can record RAW and ProRes at the same time. RAW and proxy, same time it can record. Yeah. And it also has the function of when you press the stop button, it will upload onto the cloud. So someone else can start editing or check footage. You don't have to take the cut out and check footage. Actually, you stop and check footage. Yeah. Okay. Then I was talking about the SDIR. So these two are 12G SDIR. They can do HD and they can do 4K monitoring. Some people actually they use it for live stream. They just stream and then stream onto YouTube 4K from here. That's also possible, right? And over here actually the audio in is actually same as Alexa Mini, 5-pin to XLR. In fact, it uses the same connector. So this audio in is a dual 2 XLR phantom mic line, standard, right? Water and dust resistant. The sensor is sealed. The dust can't get in. And the other thing that is more interesting is that, you can see over here, this use a Canon RF mount. So right now we have an RF to EF adapter. Okay, you can use the RF to PL. If you use signature prime, you can use RF to LPR. So you can use the adapter to change. So some of this adapter has built-in ND filters. This one is a variable ND. Variable ND, you see, and change it. Yeah, so this is make it easy for like run and gun. You want to carry mat box. Some people don't want to carry mat box. So this one is very creative. Some company make not variable ND cartridge. You rotate, it will switch 0.3, then switch 0.6, then you will switch one more 2.1. So this one is variable, but some company make they switch the whole, they rotate like Bolex lens that they rotate the ND filter, so you can want ND filter. So it's very creative, and if you use like a Canon EF lens, Canon RF lens, actually the autofocus is very good. You can just touch screen and you can autofocus away. Or if you connect this camera to a phone, your assistant can help you focus on the face. So over here you have a dial to control the focusing on this. If you're not using like nucleus M, of course if you got nucleus M, you got hidden, you got follow focus, of course that's the best. But sometimes we don't have. Sometimes we only have like a Canon lens, so we need to use the phone to either we can manual focus or we can do face tracking. So some of the video blogger they film themselves, right? They will use the iPhone and then they film themselves, they track the face, so when they walk, the camera will autofocus on the face. Automatically. Again, if you have a good AC to follow focus, that is the best. But maybe sometimes you don't have your one-man show, you have to use this kind of thing. So this is available. So lens choice, you can do professional, PL, LPL. You can also do consumer, TF, RF, and you can also use a Leica M. Leica M lens is also possible. We have people who use Leica M for movie also. Okay, you see this one is grey color, and it's a Raptor S35. So there's a group of people like wildlife documentary. They don't use full frame lens. They only use Super 35 long lens because of depth of field. Because the full frame depth of field too shallow for them. So their lens at 600 mm long, so they use like Super 35. Right. So this is a limited edition camera. We call it the Rhino S35. Same as this, but the sensor smaller. The sensor is only Super 35. So it's exactly the same 8K 120 frame, 6K 160 frame. But the lens you use is Super 35 lens. That's all it is. Raptor XL. So this thing is very new. Today is probably the first time it come to Philippines. This is very new. So the XL, you see over here, the XL inside, the sensor is the same as Raptor VD, Raptor Vista Vision. It's the same sensor inside. So why bigger? Because we have a lot of inquiry from bigger production is, I want more SDI out. So there's 3 SDI out from here. Okay, and they say, I want electronic viewfinder. So there's one more SDI out here for your electronic viewfinder. you can use subtitle, you can use hotkeys, you can use anything you want as long as SDI out, HD SDI out. Okay, then power here. And it has built-in ND. So this built-in ND, you can go to 0, or you can 0, it will take the whole ND out. Inside the lens one, it will take the whole ND out. When you switch on, comes down, it goes from 0.6 to 2.1. 2 stop to 7 stop. 2 to 7 stop. You can choose 1/3, 1/4, or half. How you want to jump, you can choose inside. But most of the time, people choose the 1/3. Okay, and also in front over here, there's 2 RVRS, 24-volt RS port. So this 24-volt RS port is to drive like your Eden, your Preston, or Scorpio motor. You can power from here. So you don't need to like detach too many cables. So you just put your big battery here, and you can take the RS to power the motor to RS port. And then here there is the 2-pin limo to power your wireless transmitter, power your mod, the additional port here. So the XL is mainly the Vista Vision, but with a lot more function, built-in ND, ports, power, and one more. See these 2 antennas over here? One of them is Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi is for you, same as this camera, you can Wi-Fi, control the color, start, stop, and you can see a live stream. Okay? This one over here is what we call the ACM, ambient lock-it. The ambient lock-it, the new one has an antenna, wireless transition. So this one has built-in ambient lock-it. It will sync time code and gen lock. It will sync to the ambient lock-it. So you don't need to run cable, it's wireless. Yeah. The ambient lock-it, the wireless one, ACM, is quite common, but a lot of people have. And it's not new, it's been around for very long. So for that's for the wireless time code and gen lock. Wireless time code and gen lock. Yeah. The memory card wise is actually the same. It's using the CFast 2.0. Yeah, so because last time people say the red card very expensive, and you want to buy, you need to order. So actually right now, the red camera we use open standard CFast 2.0. Sorry, CFast 2.0, CF Express Type B. So Redcam, you can also buy third party. There's a list you can check on the website, like Ingerbird, Alexa, Sandys. You can check which the third party, which model Red has tested and can work 100% can work. So you can actually buy Alexa, or you can buy Red, or you can buy Ingerbird. It will all work. So now the media is more easy to buy, and the price is lower. Yeah. Okay. Red Connect is very new. So every time we want to send video out, we send by HDSDI, right? But what we foresee is very fast in the future. For like XR, the LED filming XR, 4K not enough. They want to use the whole sensor, the 8K. So Red Connect is a new system, a new wireless system whereby we send the raw video from the sensor straight away into the internet and go into the computer system. So you've got 8K live from the sensor straight into computer system for XR or for recording into server and hard disk. More for studio. The Red Connect is this new thing for the Raptor series. So this one talking about what is the difference Raptor and Sony FX9, FX6. Actually, all very good cameras. Sony is also very good camera. Okay, but personally I feel that the main difference is that all good camera, all good sensor, but the Sony FX, in order to keep the file small, they record MPEG-4. So the file is very small. If you need to record a lot like reality TV program, all this, we record a lot. The file was small, you don't need to copy so many times. But the problem with MPEG-4 recording is when you want to do color grading, you can only do simple. That means brighter, darker, maybe color balance a little bit, not too much. Once you go too much, it's either the shadow starts to drop, like one block. So instead of black, then become gray, it's black, and then like one more block of gray. Color banding, because not enough data in the file. So I think the two cameras are all good, except that the rate actually it uses raw file recording, so you got more chance to color grade or correct in post. The file is slightly larger, while the Sony FX is focused on keeping the file small and not so color grading. So MPEG-4. Okay. Of course, you can add third party to make the Sony FX record raw, but once you add that now, actually the file is very big. It's not small anymore. So the Apple ProRes RAW that Sony made is bigger than the R3, almost 2 times as big as this one. So no point, doesn't really make sense anymore. Yeah. So this is just talking about Netflix, that the cameras, the Raptor series can be used for both Super 35. Like just now I say, one camera you can use Super 35 or full frame for Netflix. But RE is you need to use the LF for Super 35, LF for large magnets. You cannot use Super 35, and then the Super 35 cannot use the, you cannot mix. So that the flexibility is different. Of course, RE is also very good camera. Sony is also very good. So this is just sharing a bit. So some of my customers, they want to keep things small. So as I mentioned, this one is actually named RF mount. So there's Fujifilm make a pair of MK zoom. So this zoom lens is 1855, 50-135. It's actually quite good range. F-stop 2.9. But the price is very low. It's only $8,000 for a piece. And it's very small. Because it's RF, the lens is shorter and lighter because it's RF. PL mount, the lens will be bigger and longer for this. So this is actually what we call a CCU, physical CCU. So this one is more for studio, like they control the color. Not so much for our film production usage, we don't use so much. So Nucleus M, I think a lot of people know Nucleus M, very famous, right? And so this one may be a bit new. This is a data video hand-quick robotic platform. So some of the studio where on the ground they use a camera operator, but on the ceiling they put a robotic platform and the operator controls from here. So these are all the new ways that they use to try to make the whole thing smaller and more compact. Okay, this is just showing the interface, but I think the best thing to do is power up the camera and pass it down. Then you all have a feel about the interface and the usage. I think that's the best thing. Can I borrow a V-Lock battery from you for my camera?
V-Lock.
It's why everywhere I go, people always will ask like, what is the secret to expose the rate? Actually, all DP and all gaffers have their own secret. Some people like to overexpose. So overexpose, and then they tune down the ISO, make the sensor more clean. Everyone got secret tips and tricks lah. But actually, to be very frank, the most important thing, because this is raw camera, so the most important thing is what we look at the camera histogram. The histogram actually is very truthful about the signal and the noise. with the left and the right side, right, is a nice slope. Okay, so if you got enough light, right, you move the histogram a little bit to the right side. Why right side? A bit to the right side means you got more light, more clean black. Okay, but generally you want to make sure that the mountain, the left and right side is one slope. Okay, so you see over here, this one is an example of not enough light. So not enough light, the mountain will move all the way to the left side and hit the wall, and the left side will become flat. So when you see the mountain hit the left side and left side become flat, not a slope, means gone. All this is all 100% black noise, nothing inside the image. So that's no good. So even if, let's say this is a at night forest, so supposed to be black, but we don't want to go all the way to the side until it's like that. Okay, we want to brighten it a bit, make sure it's a slope, nice slope. Don't smash against the wall like that, some slope. But still okay, just don't smash against the side of the histogram. Same thing, overexposed. Overexposed, the whole histogram will go all the way to the right until the right side is flat. So this is also no good because this says the sensor is trying to tell you this is not just bright. This is so overexposed, it's 100% white, there's nothing inside. Because sometimes we look at the cloud, we want it to be bright, but we still want to see the cloud, the shape of the cloud, still got detail. So it should not be all the way to the right like that. It still have a slope. The whole mountain can move to the right, but still must have a slope. So as long as the right side and left side is a nice slope, that means no underexposed and no clipping. You have a good image. You just move it left to right for a darker image and a brighter image. That's it. Okay, so generally saying that as long as you follow this, you control the iris, the rest of the shadow or backlight, all this is the gaffer will add in the shadow, the backlight, and all these things. So the histogram mainly is to set your f-stop or set your base exposure. Yes. So underneath here, right, you see, okay, let's take this example, underexposure. So you see this red, green, blue traffic light, right? So this one is more for technical reading. It's telling you that, okay, underexposed, what color? Red, green, and blue underexposed. Okay, so we take a look at this one. This one is overexposed. Red, green, blue overexposed. Why do we want to know? For example, if I filming a green screen, the green screen must be very bright, but not overexposed. So if I film a green screen and my camera tell me green overexposed, wow, so much overexposed, means it's no good really. That means my hair in the green screen, I cannot see anymore because the green is overexposed. So I will close down the iris, or maybe I lower the lighting of the green screen. Make sure the green is not overexposed. Same thing, I'm shooting a fashion photography. This lady is wearing blood red dress. So the red should be very strong, very vibrant, but not overexposed. So same thing, if I see the red color come out like this, that means no good. That means the red color is, you cannot see the contour of the fabric anymore. It's just burnt. The red is burnt. Because sometimes the overexposed is not white color. So the histogram don't show. Because histogram only show you overexposed white color. Like light bulb, white color. But sometimes it's the red is overexposed. So this traffic light is to tell you exactly what color is the overexposure. And how much. Like this one says that green, 50% of the green is overexposed. But red and blue, little bit only. So that's fine. Generally, we don't want to overexpose anything. Noise, sometimes you cannot help it. Because I'm wearing a black t-shirt, there will be some noise. It cannot help it. It's okay. But usually overexposed, we try to avoid 100% because it's very ugly. The overexposed area is very ugly. Yeah. So there's no secret to exposing for red, but the same secret on how to make people look beautiful, how to bring out the thing is the standard lighting secret that everyone has. Okay, talking about the file size. File size actually now the cut is very big. So usually you can record like 1 to 2 hours on one card is no problem. The recording time is actually between half an hour to 2 hours, depending on the setting. The Red camera has 3 settings: low, mid, high. Low, mid, high. The high setting is only for visual effects. Even for movie, even for IMAX, we don't use high because too big. Movie, IMAX, we just use medium. The high is only for visual effects like wire remover, green screen, or like rotoscope, then we use high. Mid for all the movies. If your TV show got budget, you can also record mid. But if it's a normal TV show, a lot of talking, you can record low, L. There's one new mode called ELQ. That one for interview only. Sit down interview, you can use ELQ recording to save data. But that one is more for interview. So usually medium or low. Okay, so that's the slide. I actually want to roughly show you. So how to power up the rig? Now it's all the same. You look at the side of the camera. There's a physical button. So you just pull up. Pull up. Then you pull up. The pull up is quite fast. I last clock it like 40 seconds. It's up. Yeah. Okay, so once power up, you will see the monitor. Actually, a lot of people use iPhone to control, but iPhone you can customize. You can change here. iPhone not easy to teach because everyone iPhone is different. But from here, generally, once you power up, it's very easy to operate. Once you power up, first thing we ask ourselves, we deliver to that where like we deliver 30 frames per second for Philippines or for US, or we deliver 25 frames for Singapore or for Europe. Okay. First thing first is to set the project time base. So you just go in and then very difficult to do from here. The project time base. So project time base we set 24 frames per second for film. If this is the project time base. Okay, we set already. Okay, you come out. Then the camera by default is full frame 8K. So in fact right now we are almost ready to shoot. Okay, we just have to go from the screen left to the screen right. Actually we can go already. Why? Because we just go from here, f-stop, okay, shutter speed, ISO, white balance. Take a look at my histogram. If you are good, check focus, frame, you can record. Actually, there's no other setting. There are a lot of settings inside, but for a DP, for a camera operator, actually that's what you need to do. What is my project time base? Go film, go NTSC or go PAL. Okay, check my exposure, then you can start rolling. If you got soundman come in, okay, the histogram, the VU meter for the sound is underneath. You just plug in your XLR, the Limo 5 in your XLR, and you're ready to go. So unless the soundman come and say, hey, I've got a sound device, I want to sing time code to you. Okay, then you just take a time code cable from the soundman, and there is a ambient 5-pin Limo here. You just jam the time code in. Some soundmen, they don't give you ambient 5-pin Limo, they give you BNC. Okay, they give you BNC, then from the company or for rental house, then you need to pick up the correct cable, the BNC to 5-pin, then pick up. So this is very similar. If they use sound device, then it's the same cable. Then yeah, the rest of it is the same. If to check focus, let's say sometimes I want to zoom in and check focus, there is a shortcut button. All the red monitor at the side. Button 1, button 2. the button one on top is always magnifying focus. So once you're done, button one, magnify up. Okay, the top and bottom LCD screen, too bright or too, you can control the brightness of LCD screen. And then this one is the eject media. When you want to eject the media, you press the button 2, then you eject media. Otherwise, that's the same. So, for your camera assistant, because the camera assistant usually will stand on depending on which handle you are, usually stand on this side. So this is the camera assistant screen. So, like the camera assistant will, if they need to help you change ISO, change from VistaVision to Super 35 or Mac card, all this, they can do from this side. Do from this side of the screen. So, before I pass the camera down, is there any question? Otherwise, I'll pass the camera. Oh, we have power now? 5% power. Okay. Right. Okay. So right now my camera is connected to my router, and my iPad is connected to router. Actually, you can go iPad to camera, but I don't like, because sometimes I have many cameras, so all the camera all go to router. So my one iPad, I can control all the camera. I can control the color of the Komodo and then start recording from this guy, and I can change the focus of this guy all from the same point. Okay, so let me turn on my remote control app. Okay. Yeah. This one come in. Okay. So this one might look like a toy. This one look like a toy, but once you know how to use, actually this one better than your wireless monitor, because this one very cheap and you can give many to everyone. So this one actually quite good. Yeah, so over here you can full frame it, you know. Then sometimes people want to I want to hold it like that, I want to change my ISO, okay, change ISO. You say change ISO, or I want to change f-stop, or change f-stop, okay, change f-stop, done. Then you can rack focus. Actually, you can rack focus, but more complicated. Yeah, rack focus and everything on this camera, everything can be controlled from here, except pen and paper. That one cameraman do. Yes. So otherwise, everything can be done from here. So this app is free. You don't have to buy the camera. Even if you go and use a rental camera, you can download on your own phone. You just connect. It's free. Okay. So. Just now you have one question. Sorry? How many monitor? How many overhead monitor? Okay. So you notice the top here. So one monitor will have the touch control. Okay, only one. So the second. Let's say your AC need monitor, you need to tap from here. SDR. So this one for separate AC. So the AC one is just for one monitor, is just a normal SDR monitor, cannot control. The one monitor is for control. So you potentially can have 1, 2, 3. Wow. If you want to count this as one monitor, then 4. This one actually we give to makeup assistant. We turn off the control, can see, cannot control. Then we give to the makeup assistant. Then for the supermodel, the nanny, they will check whether the celebrity, the face is okay now. So we give this to them. But we turn off the controller, they cannot control the camera, it's just to see only. Yeah, so this also can count as one.
Second question. This is not run in island in iPhone, like only or also Android?
Android or Apple?
Oh, Android and Apple. But the update is faster on the Apple. But Apple, yeah, must have, yes, must have in fact, actually, it's got MacBook Pro and Mac Mini version also have. Yeah, because some people use Mac Mini, they connect to the large screen to multi-cam. They can see 4 cameras on the large screen, so they use Mac Mini. But Android, you can also use Android like this. Yeah, sure. But
iPad display for playback.
okay. So I would like to any questions? If not, I pass it down, then I can go to you all to show you all about it. Any question about the 3 camera? The small SDI one.
Direct, small SDI yung ano. Yung speaks small onboard, Pixie 7 lang siguro. Ayun.
So the most common question I get is the camera overheat. No, not really. Even if it's not aircon, it's okay. Put up time, is it very slow? 30-40 seconds, okay? Still okay. So battery, this is 150 watt hour battery. So this one will last on this camera 60 watt an hour. So 2 hours. 60 watt 1 hour. No, including power. Yeah, but nuclear cell don't use a lot of power. It just use a high voltage, but doesn't use a lot of power. Use high voltage.
Yeah, it's all yours. Yes. There's no leaving soon, so how much time?
Come on, pass it.
Okay, this one. Okay, I don't have the mod coming. So if you see, okay, turn on. Turn on the ending. So when you have mod, you can see but over here you can see. Ending. Yeah. 5.33. There I can go down. Right? Minimum 0.6 to stop. Minimum to stop. Or don't have. Or clear. You can clear. Okay, clear is 0. So it's 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can do one turn.
Just to show them the ancient quality.
So maybe you hear some of your friends say that SDI issue, SDI burn, right? Actually, in the early part where people not careful with the camera, there is SDI problem. But now everyone very careful. There's not much report. So not much people come and say SDI problem. So how do we normally use it? Camera power up, monitor power up. So this one power up, connect the cable, usually yeah, and you are safe. Yeah. So usually it's this power, then you connect, then you are fine. Which one is in? SDI. Then after you connect, you can go and make sure the SDI one is set to the correct resolution because can do 4K and can do okay, this is HD, that's fine. Okay, then you can control, you want like overlay or theme, what mood you want for this mode.
Good for ano pala ito for AC.
Ha?
3 counts ang AC.
AC.
Walang trabaho na eh. Patay na kayo. Bawas na.
Wala ka ng trabaho.
Actually, the Ultra Prime is Super 35, but the 85mm can cover full frame.
Okay.
50 can okay. You can try.
Ano gagawin?
Small and light.
Ikaw, Papa. Huwag na, baka maano natin eh. Ge. Pakailangan. Touchscreen, no? Automatic na siya doon.
Yung expose na nga yung ano yan.
Ay, sorry po.
Saan yung bundok? Kasi sa monitor yun, sa Instagram. Nakala ko na meron dito naman.
Grabe, no? Ganda, no?
Ayun o.
Ayun.
Saan yung bundok? Yun tama. Sa gitna doon sabi, di ba?
Gitna.
Ito, over. Yan. Yan. Okay ako dyan. Okay yan.
Focus ka. Mak.
One solid piece of metal.
Mak.
Pwede ako
ND. Oo nga, no, ND.
may iba pwede palit.
Ano mo ngayon? One stop. Point 3 na lang. Point 3 nga, ND3.
Paano mo nalaman yung ND?
May nakasulat.
From 2 ano eh.
Tapos check exposure natin.
From 2. Ayun o. Nag-a-under siya po.
Ano?
Ayun yung ano. Saan?
Parang okay pa rin yung flat ND. No?
So XL is special. XL, the mount is PL is changeable. So PL, EF is native because you change the whole thing. Yeah, so this one is the follow the old DSMC method. The whole thing change. You can change it yourself.
So you don't have to use any adapter.
You don't have to use adapter. This one is all black.
Pwede ito, gamitan mo lang siya ng PR mo, adapter. So, pwede siya,
Hindi, katulad nun, gusto kong gumamit ng prime lens. Ano ito. Pero mayroon bang ano, magka-crop or wala?
nasa lens yun.
Tama, katulad yun.
Dapat.
see?
Pwede yan. Sa Arto pwede mo. Pwede. Sa Rolling eh. Sa kasi sa Rolling. Sa lugar, Maps?
Magaan.
Isang monitor pa nakakabit.
Ay, sa Pibon.
Ako mo ba?
Wala pa sa Pilipinas.
Hindi, kaya nyo. Base ISO 800. We still call it 800, but 1006 the noise is still okay. 1006. 1006. Sorry? Yeah. 16 is still not noisy. But if I can, I will still use 800 if I can.
Maglalaro ka lang ng gitara.
So, I'm sorry, gentlemen. We only have 3 more minutes because we have another meeting.
Okay, sir.
If you have any questions, please put it ask before we check out.
Okay.
Last minute questions. Don't be shy. Just feel free to raise your hand. Ask questions if you have any for
Photo and post is fine. Yeah, you can say photo and post is fine.
Pa-picture tayo muna. Ma'am. Lahat tayo. Bago sila umalis. Lahat. Sir. Pa-picture tayo. Picture tayo lahat.